Hello, this is Carlos Figueroa with Medicare Mentor, and today we're talking about Plan F versus Plan G. What is the best fit? Well, Plan F and Plan G are the most common supplemental plans, as they cover the most coverage that Medicare does not cover. Um, Plan F covers everything from head to toe. The Plan G covers everything except the Part B deductible, which in 2017 will be 183 one time a year. Now, the types of plans. There are 10 different Medicare supplemental plans. Each plan covers differently. Some are less expensive, some are more expensive. A word of advice is avoid plans that leave you exposed. Try to minimize your out of pocket exposures to the max. That in detail means Plan F or Plan G. There is another common plan that individuals utilize, which is Plan N. But today's topic, we'll just go ahead and talk about Plan F and Plan G as the most common plans. Now, your available options. Let's say an individual has group coverage that's offered through their employer, and they have Medicare A and Medicare B. Well, you have a 6-month open enrollment period that begins prior to turning 65 and extends up to 6 months afterwards. But let's say you have employer coverage, you have Medicare A and B, and now you're past that open enrollment period. Well, now the only way you can go ahead and get a supplemental option is through your guaranteed issue period if you have pre-existing conditions. So, in other words, once you go ahead and have that group coverage end, you're guaranteed issued the Plan F, for example, the one that covers you from head to toe. Now, that means a client has his or her original Medicare plan and has employer coverage, including a retiree, union, or COBRA coverage, and will be losing coverage. What I tell individuals is tell your broker, I'm hoping you're dealing with a broker, to stop and see if it's worth you getting underwritten for a G plan. Because you're guaranteed the F plan, but if you're good in health, you can still get qualified for a Plan G, which will be more affordable and beneficial to you in the long run. Now remember, you have the right to buy any plan, okay, A, B, C, F, K, or L, that are sold by private insurance carriers. Remember, these plans are federally regulated and standardized by the federal government. Now, for instance, of individual who has COBRA, clients may buy Medicare supplemental plans before coverage ends. So just because you're required to have COBRA for at least 18 months after you lose your coverage, you can get your Medicare A and B, let go of that COBRA, and choose a supplemental option, which will be beneficial to you. Okay, it'll be less in cost, more than likely, and it'll cover you completely, as opposed to COBRA coverage, which will still require you to pay out-of-pocket exposures, such as co-payments, deductibles, and so forth. Now, I spoke a little bit about your open enrollment period. The open enrollment period begins 6 months before and extends up to 6 months after your Part B enrollment. Typically, you get your Medicare A and B at 65. So, take in consideration if you get your A and B at that time, that you have a 6-month window that begins before and 6 months afterwards. Take advantage of that 6-month window. Sign up for your supplemental coverage 6 months prior to you getting your Part B, because at that time, you're going to lock in the most affordable rate. It's almost similar to plane tickets. As you get closer to your effective date, these policies will go up in premium. And if you lock in a rate later on through the process, you're paying more for the same exact coverage you could have locked in at a more affordable rate before. Now remember, during this open enrollment period, it's the only time where you do not have to answer any medical questions. You can choose any plan without medical underwriting. Now, the next chart I have is all your Medicare options, your Medigap policy options. You have A through N. As the most common supplemental plans are the Plan F and the Plan G. As you see here, the Plan F covers everything in detail for you. So it goes ahead and covers the Medicare Part A coinsurance and hospital costs up to an additional 365 days after Medicare benefits are used up, Medicare Part B coinsurance or copayment, Your blood, first 3 pints. Part A, hospice care coinsurance or copayment. Skilled nursing facility care coinsurance. Medicare Part A deductible. Medicare Part B deductible. As well as Medicare Part B excess charges, which they can charge up to 15% beyond what Medicare allows, as well as foreign travel. So these Medigap policies do help you out if you're traveling international. Now, the Plan G works identical to the Plan F, except it does not cover, as you see here, the Part B deductible of 2017, which will be $183. That is your only out-of-pocket exposure when it comes to the G plan. Now, we take a look at the next slide. Go into detail of what Plan F covers. I pretty much summed it up. And if you look there, it says at the bottom, the Medicare Part A deductible of 2017 will be $1,316. Your Part B deductible for 2017 will be $183. Now, if you take a look on the right, you see the Plan G and what it covers. It covers everything identical to the Plan F, except it will not cover that Part B deductible of $183 in 2017. That is the only difference between the two policies. Now, I want to take an example and go ahead and utilize this example of a male that is married and married or live with someone over the age of 60 to receive a household discount. This individual's in zip code 38301, and he's a non-smoker. Now, one of the most affordable plans in the area comes in with the carrier Manhattan Life. And that Plan F policy runs at $131.52 monthly. Now, that is the Plan F, one of the most affordables. Remember, all the Plan Fs do the same exact thing, so we're looking for the most affordable in the area. And the Plan G that comes up as one of the most affordable is Mutual of Omaha's Plan G at $99.05 monthly. Now, that's a difference of $32.47 per month. Take in consideration, $32 savings over a 12-month policy year, you're looking at $389.64 as your savings for the year. Now remember, you still have to pay that Part B deductible as your only responsibility under the Plan G. So go ahead and deduct the $183 Part B deductible. You still have a savings of $206.64 as your net savings for the year. Now, that's not the only reason to go with the Plan G. As I go to the next slide, you will see that the Plan G and the Plan F works like auto insurance, homeowners insurance. They will increase on a year-to-year basis at times. The Plan F has a tendency of going up on a 9% average. The Plan G has a tendency of going up on a 3% average. So in the long run, as you see the chart here on the graph, you're going to go ahead and pay a lot more money over time. And that's what the insurance carriers want you to do, to eventually keep on paying until you can't pay it any longer. Now, which suits you better? The Plan F or the Plan G? Remember, there's no networks, open access, no co-pays if you choose either the F or the G. No referrals needed. You can see any doctor, see any hospital nationwide, as long as the hospital or doctors accept Medicare assignment. Remember, Plan F and Plan G are standardized plans that are federally regulated by the government. And then take into account, last but not least, the Plan F increases on a 9% average, the Plan G increases at a 3% average. So as you see the chart, as I reiterate again, the chart shows you over time that you can save the most money with the Plan G over the Plan F. Now, benefits of turning 65. Remember, turning 65, you have your Medicare A and B that is considered your open enrollment period. No health questions whatsoever. And you get to choose any supplemental plans without looking at your medical history. Now, let's say you're losing employer benefits. Okay? And if you are losing employer benefits and already have Medicare A and B and you're outside that open enrollment period, well, great. You can still get a guaranteed issue Plan F, which they have to guarantee for you. But if you just answer a couple health questions, you may be good in health to qualify for a Plan G and maximize your savings. How to qualify? Simple underwriting questions consist of, have you had any serious pre-existing medical conditions? Heart attack, heart disease, cancer, stroke, diabetes, any complications with diabetes. That's typically a decline for that coverage. But worst case scenario, you get declined for the Plan G, you can always get the guarantee issue Plan F if you're coming off group coverage. So do remember that. But if you can qualify for underwriting and you can pass underwriting, then I always recommend for you to go with the Plan G so you can maximize your savings. In conclusion, Plan G is the best way to maximize your savings today and in the future. All right, so I want to go ahead and thank you very much for listening to this video. And if you have any questions or concerns or just want an education on Medicare alone, give us a call at Medicare Mentor at 855-344-8733. It's at the bottom of the slide. Thank you very much and have a blessed day. Take care.